What's going on, guys? My name is RagingRaptor and I welcome you to a new Raptor analysis where I'm going to have a look at a replay or a game I did and give you my thoughts and opinions on it. And today we have the E-25, and today I really want to show you why exactly this tank is basically borderline broken when you know what you are doing. So yeah, let's jump into this tier 7 game on the map Murovank. So, first things first, obviously always you have to think about where you are going in your tank, and as you can see we are very lucky that we are in a tier 7 game where we are the top dog. Obviously the E-25 has this huge advantage of being able to have special matchmaking, but it still means that if you are lucky enough to be top tier, mate, this tank is very strong. I already had a chat about this tank in a Discord from my LAN's community, where I personally just said this tank basically gives you the tools needed to carry the game. It has everything except for high alpha and armor. Everything else is 100% what you will need. So as you can see, in such a matchup I usually try to go into more aggressive positions, because that is again what I love to do in tanks in general. I want to play active. I want to be the person giving us the win, being the one which gives us the edge in this game. So this is why I went far more aggressive than you would usually think of, and so far it doesn't really work out that well. However, this push right here is pretty decent. As soon as something would cross here, I could drive backwards, use it as a double push and work its broken camo. Because let's be honest, the E-25 has a ridiculous camouflage, especially as well during shooting. The shooting camouflage is so impressively good because the E-25 is one of the only tier tanks or only TDs which didn't lose their camouflage, as far as I know, back in the days, like, I don't know, 4 years ago or something. So now you can see I'm still trying to search for a pretty decent target. Finally we got one, and it's a Stritzwagen. We got 2 shots in, being a kill. I'll take that. Obviously, please don't scare. I don't think I have the coronavirus. I just have a little bit of a throat, which in general is a little bit cold, or has the issue of when it is dry air that I have to start coughing a little bit. So it's all good. I wasn't out there, wasn't getting infected, all Gucci. So yeah. So far the game is not really that impressive, as I am staying mainly in the same positions and try to take opportunistic shots. With this tank having such great accuracy and such quick aim time, you can see in less than 2 seconds we are fully aimed in. So in the end you can actually even try to do the stupid snapshot, which I would call it, which is just aim at the enemy, shoot without aiming and hope for the best, because your next shot will be fully aimed in anyway. The issue with that little stupid tactic is that it could screw up your amount of shells you have, because you only have 60 shells. Poorly aimed by me, doesn't matter, the EBR Hotchkiss got its wheels killed and he can't get away. So far it's not looking too bad for our team. We are 7400 HP versus 6500, and we are 1 kill ahead, where I already stole 3 kills with this little cockroach. Once again, I'm still trying to search for good opportunities to get some damage in, and okay, it's just 1 shot of damage, but I take it. Speaking about very strong tanks, AMX 1375F definitely is also up there. A little bit poorly aimed by me, and now we are starting to have a little bit of an issue. Both tanks have a pretty decent autoloader, especially the 1375. He can be a huge nuisance and a carry potential for the enemy. On the other hand, you're also starting to fall behind in HP and in damage in general. Also, one more thing I do want to point out about the E-25, and this is something, or about this replay you will see. I will be cursing somebody. I will just quickly go into it why I said that, because it was a bit of an emotional reaction, because I really dislike when people are doing such behavior, especially when it comes from a very known class I personally dislike. But yeah, here the VKP does a very weird move of just YOLOing it into getting the Tiger 1 ram and donating us basically a lot of damage. So right now we had 1500 damage, which is below average for me personally in such a strong tank. So now I take, you know what, let's try to get the AMX 12T until while we can. But you can see we are getting behind in kills a lot. So I have to say, at the moment, it was a little bit my mistake, I would say. I wasn't playing too aggressive enough. I was camping mainly in the same position to try and get some opportunistic shots in. So this meant that the enemy could play around more and play around more aggressively while I was just wanking in the bush. So that is a little bit of a mistake by me. And now I decide, instead of helping with the Stritzwagen, which could have been a very good idea as well, well, I decided to go back to base. Why exactly? Because there are so many positions great. Here is one amazing position. You can go all the way back here and camp from here to defend your cap. We'll see this being used countlessly. So as you now can starting to see, one of our teammates is starting to flame everybody. It's the M44 calling teammates stupid. Again, I'm a little bit allergic to that, especially when it comes from an artillery piece. And now we are down to just 2 people. Luckily enough, I'm still full HP, which 100% makes it awesome for me personally, because it means that I still have a carry potential in this game. I also do want to point out, yeah, I was shaking while I was doing that game. I was playing that live on my Twitch channel, www.twitch.tv/RagingRaptor_WOT. However, it was in German, because I mainly stream German there, as I have already a quite funny and quite deep following there. Well, quite a core audience. Here you can see I decided to take the double bush advantage as much as possible as I could. Sadly, I only got one thing done. Yeah, here I kind of boiled a little bit because the M44 decided to drown himself. Why do you do this? Why do you... See, I'm not going to say it out loud because it could in theory mean that YouTube doesn't like it, but I really dislike this. Seriously, do not drown when there is still a chance of winning. I understand that you can be frustrated, it's a completely different mindset, but it really makes me angry. There's always an opportunity on carrying the game, especially if you're 600 HP versus 2000 HP. Seriously, I can still carry this, and you will see that we, in theory, can get the 6 we won. Because the T-34-100 was already there. Hellcat is rolling around. Luckily, he was already a one-shot. Nice, neat shot, and he is a gunner. We are now at 2600 HP, and obviously at this point in the game, we still have a SU-101, which is not spotted yet. We have 2 artillery pieces, which are not spotted yet, go figure. And we have the M6. And again, I'm still arguing with him, why exactly are you drowning, dude? There's no point in drowning when you still have the opportunity to try and win. Again, sorry for the language there, but seriously, it really makes me angry. Interesting blind shot by the artillery piece right there. Very decent of thinking I would be there from the M44. I try once again to get some shots in wherever I can with using double bush like there. You can see trying to spot him again. I can't get him to be spotted, and I know the M60 is coming for me. Hence why I say, you know what? Screw it, I'm running. Also, I'm kind of thinking, what ammo type should I use? I know I have a limited supply of ammunition. I know that here and there I have to shoot some rounds, and my goodness gracious, hello there M44. Also, very interesting move, I would say. I decide to not kill him immediately, even though yes, he can shoot me in the asshole. It would be very risky to stay there when the SU-100M1 is alive, the M6 is alive. Yeah. It's very weird for me to just stay back. This is why I decided to take away, go backwards a little bit, and try to once again use spotting mechanics, because the E-25, seriously, if you know how the spotting mechanics work in this game, it is absolutely broken. Here you can see we were able to catch the RT off guard. He did a snapshot. Luckily for us, they finally do not hit that snapshot. Here we got a stun from the enemy artillery. I decided to immediately repair it, which was a little bit shaky hands by me. It wasn't really the point of doing that. And now you can see I'm trying to get some spots into the capture. Because I still know the M6 tries to come like this, I decide, there we go. There we have him spotted. It was obvious that he was trying to rush us. So I decide to stay and maybe get a shot into him. It is important to get him killed. He has a 240 alpha gun, which is very strong for me. So I decide, you know what, the capit can wait. I roughly have an idea where he could be. So I decide to take this bush up here and try to kill the M6 before he can YOLO me. Again, the E-25 is the blind, like the silent assassin, the shadow assassin. It has such incredible camouflage, and you can see 150 meters, he can't spot me because of the bush in front of me. That's very, very busted. Right now we are starting to get slightly close to running out of time because the SU-101 presumably is capping. Meanwhile, we are at 9 kills already, which is absolutely magnificent in my opinion. So yeah, I decide to go into this bush, and I'm stopping the replay right now because I really do want to show what goes through my mind right now. Because right now you could imagine that we do not know where exactly the enemy is. However, let's just look at the capture zone in Murovank. We cannot spot him, even with binos. There is only really one option where he is standing. It's not behind this house, it's 100% inside these bushes right here. So this is why I decide to, you know what, there we go, binos don't go on, okay, means I can't spot him. Here I make a very, very minor mistake. I was not 100% behind the bushes. This is why I got spotted during the blind shooting, but I know where he is. So I just had to spam into this bush and do my best on getting a D capture. It started to get a little bit close, I'm not denying that, and I was lucky to somehow do damage or detrack him. So once again I'm going into the bush, and you can see I'm trying to get into a double push position and try to get some blind shots in right here. You can see trying left and right, left and right, left and right. Maybe where can he be? Maybe he's now in this part of the bush. And sadly right now, as far as I know, it looks like I can't get any shots off. So now I decide, you know what? Because if he's standing in this bush, he's usually facing towards me, meaning, well, for him it's pretty easy to evade shots, especially as I can bounce him. SU-101 is known to have a very, very strong frontal armor. So once again we decide to try to fake him out, think that I'm going like this and like this. And now I'm trying, because I know he's standing in this bush. I want to take another flank of this bush. I want to try and come from another direction, you know. Now I want to try to make it as likely as possible to hit him. Now I want to shoot from this direction, inside to this bush. This is why once again I'm taking my time to reposition myself, to get into his side, and let's see if I can spot him once again. You can see we are starting to running out of time, and there we go. Again, it was very, 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 very logical for me that he will be still standing in this bush for the majority of the time. And this is why I want to take the sides of him, because he was still most likely looking forward to me. Once again, I cannot spot him because the bushes in this game are very, very, very strong. Luckily, another blind decap makes it possible to reset once again. The artillery piece of the enemy is still not going for me, which is luckily, or very, very decently for me. So now let's see if we can get one final attempt at him. Now I think maybe I have to go from around here so I get some spotting into his side of him. They're always thinking, where are his viewports outside of the bush? Where can I get him into my aim? Those are the things which are very, very hard to achieve and very, very hard to know. But in my personal opinion, obviously. But you will get a feeling for that. And most viewports, or there you can see, there we go. Finally, he got spotted. Again, this was purely because I knew that he has to have either standing like this inside the bush to not get spotted while I was shooting at him. But now I knew that he can't be standing fully inside the bush, or otherwise I would know where he is, you know. I could triangulate roughly where he is when he is fully inside the bush. But now as he is spotted, there's no big point. And you can see he has some scratches over here. Well, at least there is one or two maybe even, which means we did hit him several times and not penning. Luckily enough, you could see the HP pool. He received 2 shots of damage by us. And once again, I'm deciding to do the 50-meter rule. And now you can see we can just flex our DPM muscles. Amazing snapshot by him, which hits us, and actually in a blind spot. I wasn't spotted by that. Now I am reloading once again AP rounds because I have to conserve as much of my APCR as possible. I'm finished the RT and that team is absolutely amazing. Like, holy shit. Both guys made an incredible job at trying to blind fire me. Now you will see those shaky hands, shaky Raging Raptor. Here I missed my shot because I was shooting very, very weirdly. And I was like, yeah, I gotcha, mate. And he drove forward so much that I screw up. And it looks like I had the calmer nerves. He screws up, I take over, take my time to finally hit his lower plate and secure the victory with 11 kills in this game. Yes, I was lucky that game. I managed to hit a lot of blind shots, in my opinion. Or enough blind shots to get the decaps done. I also got a little bit unlucky with the blind shot by the SU-101. But I got lucky that the M44 missed his shot, you know. There was some luck, there was some skill involved, and I have to say the E-25, if you know what you're doing, is an incredible potent vehicle. Again, this is also why it makes me a little bit sad. Sure, it's good. Oops. It's good that wargaming allows everybody to get a tank again. Everybody can get the tank now. But it is overpriced. 50 euros for a tier 7 TD. Yes, it is overpowered. This little cockroach is, in my opinion, incredibly strong and really does deserve the title of being overpowered. But yeah, it's very, very strong if you know what you're doing. And even if you don't really know what you're doing, you have an incredible strong DPM and an incredible strong mobility. Again, once again, I 100% say this tank gives you all the tools you need to be able to carry a game. So now let's have a look at the post-game stats of this 11 kill game. It was an ace tanker, go figure. We got the Pascucci medal for killing 2 artillery pieces, the Colobanos for winning a 1v5, the Pools medal for killing 10 or more vehicles, the Defender for decapping a lot of people high caliber, and the Top Gun medal. Again, 100% it was a carry. I did more than half of the team's damage. They had in total, I think, around 6,000 and I did 4,300. So we did make 2 blind shots which connected on the SU-101. And I would say 100% we carried the game out there. Once again, I want to highly say, if you think the game is lost, do not drown. Even if it is in your RT blood, don't do it. Seriously, you always can do damage. You always can do one more final crucial shot. In that case, I was lucky enough to be able to carry it myself with a lot of luck, but also some skill involved. Still, I'm sorry for the language right there, but I did got very pissed for him on drowning himself. I really got annoyed on stream and said, what is this idiot doing? Why is he drowning? Always artillery drowning. But yeah, 1,600 base XP, 56 shots fired, only 4 left, 46 connected while only 36 penetrated. And interestingly enough, we only sniped 600 damage. Everything else was very, very close. We damaged 12 vehicles, killed 11 of them. We only did 108 spotting damage and spotted 4 vehicles ourselves. So yeah, that is the E-25. This is why I think it is a very, very busted tank. You have a huge impact in a game when you know what you're doing. And even if you don't know what you're doing, you still have a lot of tools to help you out with this tank. Anyway, this was RagingRaptor. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy such replay analysis, let me know in the comment section below and let me know with a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If there are things you think I should do better, let me know in the comment section below. I'm always happy to improve myself. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope you're having a great time and can stay corona free. Cheers guys, and see you on the battlefield.